There comes a point when everything feels blurry. Your dreams, your direction, your confidence, all fading into the noise of the world. Maya was there once. Until one rainy night, she met someone who helped her see that the storm wasn't her enemy. It was her teacher. Meet Maya. 20 years old, college student in New York City. She came here chasing big dreams, journalism, storytelling, maybe even writing a book one day. But lately, everything's been falling apart. She studies for hours, yet fails to focus. She writes notes she never reads. Her grades are dropping, her confidence even lower. Maya felt like she was running in circles, surrounded by people going somewhere, while she stood still. Her friends joked that she was the queen of unfinished things. And deep down, she believed them. One night, while escaping the rain, Maya found herself in a little corner cafe. It smelled of roasted beans and old books. Behind the counter stood Mrs. Lee, the owner. Late 60s. Silver hair, soft eyes, calm presence, like someone who had seen many storms and learned to smile through them. Maya sat near the window, opened her laptop, and stared at her blank essay for an hour. Mrs. Lee noticed. She walked over and gently said, "You look like someone trying to pour from an empty cup." Maya blinked, confused. "I'm just tired. Nothing works." Mrs. Lee smiled. "Then maybe you're not tired of working, maybe you're tired of working against yourself." That night began a friendship that would change Maya's life. Next morning, Mrs. Lee hands Maya a cup of coffee, cloudy and unfiltered. Mrs. Lee. "What do you see?" Maya. Coffee. It's murky." Mrs. Lee. "Exactly. Now, wait." She lets the cup sit. Slowly, the grounds settle to the bottom. The liquid becomes clear on top. Mrs. Lee. "When your mind is like this coffee, full of rushing thoughts, worry, and fear, you can't see clearly. The trick isn't to think harder. It's to be still." That was lesson 1. Before you try to solve a problem, calm your mind. That evening, Maya tried it. She turned off her phone, closed her eyes, and focused only on her breathing. For 5 minutes, the city disappeared. And for the first time in weeks, she felt a little lighter. A week later, Mrs. Lee lights a small candle on the counter. Mrs. Lee. "Try looking at this flame. Don't think about yesterday's exam or tomorrow's deadline. Just stay here." Maya laughs nervously but tries. Her eyes wander, then return to the flame. Mrs. Lee. "See how your mind drifts? That's what happens when you live in the past or the future. You miss the now." Lesson 2, focus on the present. Every time Maya's mind drifted during study, she gently brought it back, like steering a kite in strong wind. The change was small, but it was happening. Weekend afternoon. Maya sits in the cafe again. Mrs. Lee places 2 things on the table, a sponge and a stone. Maya. "Okay, what's this about?" Mrs. Lee. "When I pour coffee on them, watch what happens." She pours. The sponge absorbs. The stone stays dry. Mrs. Lee. "Some students study like this stone, information slides right off. But when you connect ideas, visualize them, understand them, you become like the sponge. You absorb knowledge deeply." Lesson 3, don't just memorize. Understand. So Maya changed her way of studying. Instead of rereading notes, she explained concepts aloud, drew diagrams, watched videos, she learned to connect things. And slowly, for the first time, studying began to make sense. One night cafe was empty except for them. Mrs. Lee brings out a big loaf of bread. Mrs. Lee. Try eating this whole thing in one bite. Maya laughs. Impossible. Mrs. Lee. Exactly. You take one bite at a time. Same with your goals. Lesson 4, break it down. Maya stopped trying to study for hours. She used the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes of study, 5 minutes of rest. She studied small chunks daily instead of cramming the night before. Her stress went down. Her focus went up. Next morning Mrs. Lee is tending a small row of plants outside the shop, some are blooming, others wilted. Mrs. Lee. See these 2 plants? I water one every day. The other, only when I feel like it. Lesson 5, consistency. Maya realized she didn't need to study for 5 hours every day. Even 20 minutes, done daily, was more powerful than 5 hours once a week. She made a promise to herself. No 0 days. Every day, she'd do something, even small, to move forward. Weeks turned into months. Maya didn't become a genius overnight, but she became consistent. Her desk got cleaner. Her focus sharper. Her self-doubt quieter. She stopped chasing motivation and started building momentum. Her grades improved. She began writing articles for the college paper. Her confidence grew, not from success, but from showing up. And every now and then, she'd still visit Mrs. Lee, to thank him, to talk, or to just sit in silence. 5 years later. New York skyline at dawn. Maya walks into Lee's brew, now renovated but still warm and familiar. She's wearing a press badge, she's a journalist now. The shop feels the same. The same jazz, the same smell of roasted beans, but one thing's missing. The corner seat where Mrs. Lee used to sit is empty. A small photo of her now rests on the counter, with a note that reads, "Keep your cup calm." Maya smiles, that same peaceful smile she used to have. Years later, she still practiced his 5 lessons. Whenever she felt lost, she'd remember the coffee, the candle, the sponge, the bread, the plants. She realized, the greatest teacher she ever had wasn't from a classroom. It was a quiet old woman in a small cafe who showed her that life's biggest changes begin with the smallest steps. So if you ever feel lost, like you're falling behind or failing at everything, remember this. Calm your mind. Focus on the present. Understand, don't just memorize. Break things into small steps. And stay consistent. Because success isn't built in a day. It's built in small, quiet moments, when no one's watching. Maybe you're not stuck. Maybe you're just learning to see clearly. If this story touched you, take a deep breath and remind yourself, you're not failing, you're growing. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with them. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that warm the heart and wake the soul. Until next time, keep your cup calm.